Do you feel like celebrities are going to be used as scapegoats in this investigation or scandal?
Oh, definitely. They're definitely going to go after the high profile people first. Because they got so much to lose, those people are going to give up the information quick fast.
It's such bullshit because it's like, on the one hand, that's awesome because I hope they do end up like spilling the beans, which they probably will.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's bullshit because clearly, I don't think fucking Felicity Huffman was like the ringleader of this shit, being like, hey, oh, Sarah wants to go where? Give me 10 days. She'll get that letter. Like, like, I don't think it was that shit or whatever, right? Like, I really legit think someone was like, oh, I can get your kid into fucking USC. How? Just talk to this dude, whatever. Give him a call. Tell him that you know me, whatever. She called him. They probably could discuss the price or discuss a donation to the school or whatever fucking program.
It's even way before that. I heard in the morning they were like they would set up like fake facilities where you would take your SATs or ACTs, whatever, all that shit,
and bomb them shits.
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't even have to show up. Like you could hire someone else to take the test for you, or in advance know that who the test this is, and then they just change the score manually. So it goes.
This is
deep.
why it sucks because part of this is a racial issue because, like you said, affirmative action and things like that, and people have like literally blamed minorities for years for the reasons why their kid couldn't go here and there, but now you know the real truth. But also, I want to make this I want to also get to the point where this is not a racial thing, to some degrees because of that type of shit, which you just said.
It's a racial thing just based on the fact that pretty much only white people were able to do this.
You can get away with it.
But that's the real reason is because it's a class issue.
Right.
It's like they were rich.
Right.
So once you get super rich, you have access
to
do
whatever
all this.
you want.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
You have access to all this.
And it's funny because there's always that saying like rich people like the rich get richer. Mm-hmm. And like most rich people, they only know other rich people. They don't know like a lot of broke people and everything like that. And I started to figure that out even in my like own personal life, right? Because I realized that the more friends that I have that are doing shit and have money or whatever, the more like things I get brought up in and like opportunities I get like asked to do and everything like that. I have a friend who we're all thinking about, which I think I told you about too, which I want you to get in on too, but we're all thinking about fucking buying real estate and like buying like a laundromat and shit like that. And it's just because it's like, why not? We have the money, we have the credit, we can own this shit. Like, and we can do exactly what these people are doing, right? And there's a point to it where this is definitely classism because pretty much it's like a secret society of rich people doing the shit, right? But it sucks because you want to tell your kids that, if you work really hard and try, you can get to these places. But then the reality comes into the like picture that money will always trump a lot of shit, which is like is wild to think about because that's why it's sick if you really think about it because they're setting their kids up to have these great lives that other people can't set their kids up for because they have to work regular fucking jobs and lives and shit like that, right? So instead of helping other kids get to that point and everything like that, they're basically hoarding all the fucking jobs, the resources, the networking, which is what you're supposed to do, but they're hoarding it and then just leaving it to like their group of people to where like that's why it sucks because it's right on a level of like this is very like tactical and tactful. You know what I mean? Like this is what you're supposed to do. If this was honestly, I'm gonna be dead ass honest. If this was like me and you and like a couple other people, and we were doing the same shit or whatever, I don't think it'd be any different.
Nah.
Anyway, we'll openly do the same shit, right? Yeah. If I had a choice or if I had the opportunity to, but it sucks because you are definitely taking away from a kid or a family that really does need
like
this situation.
That fucking kid that taught himself calculus at 5 years old or something.
And he's been just
and he grew up in like in a
grinding
tiny village or something.
Like something, man. Like, and he's just fucking grinding and grinding, trying to get to these places because he knows if I get to this school, it's going to change my life, and then he can't get there.